Welcome to Pause on Purpose, beloved. And today we're going to be talking about when we should rejoice, when we should have joy, and when joy should appear in our lives. And it may come as a surprise. It doesn't come when everything's going our way. Remember that old song from the show Oklahoma? Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling everything's going my way. Yeah, if everything's going our way, it's easy to be happy. It's easy to have that sparkle in our eyes, that smile in our face, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a great day. But God tells us the time to rejoice is not always the time that we would choose. My Bible's open to James chapter 1, verse 2. Notice what it says here in James chapter 1. If you know where James is at, it's right after Hebrews. James chapter 1 and verse 2 says, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy." Wait a minute. I mean, I can hear the brakes squealing in everyone's mind out there, right? Including my own. Wait a minute, God, that doesn't make sense. That's not the American dream. That's not what we've been taught all our lives. We were told to put a smile on your face when everything, when you take the bull by the horns, when you develop your own individual, rugged individualism, when you don't depend on anyone else, when you've built your business, your company, your position in your company, your family, your home, your estate, now your trust, you got everything planned. That's when you rejoice. That's when you smile and you say, I did it. I made my dreams come true. But that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says, consider it all joy, my beloved brethren, when you fall into various trials. Those word trials are something that we have talked about before, but not really dove into. There's two things that we run into that test our faith: trials and temptations. Temptations, let's start there. Those come from the world, those come from Satan, those come from within our own flesh. Trials are something that God allows and permits and produces that stretch our faith, that stretch those faith muscles to make it stronger. And the reason why we know they're different is that they either come from God or come from Satan. Now, how do we know the difference? Sometimes we don't. But the only time we really end up knowing which way it goes is usually on the backside. But even then, we may not know. Did Job know that there was a conversation between God and Satan in chapter 1 and 2? I don't think so. I don't think he knew that. And we don't always know either. But God uses both to stretch our faith. So he says, at these times, it's a time to consider it joy. Now, how do we do that? First, we acknowledge and say, Lord, I'm in the middle of a trial or temptation. I don't know what it is, but I'm acknowledging that. And furthermore, I need you right now. I need you to help me to understand, is this a trial or temptation? And if that is not what your plan is, then Lord, give me the wisdom, because that's what he says further in the context of James chapter 1, verse 5. If you've lacked wisdom, ask and God will give it. He's not going to shame you. He's not going to put you down. He's not going to say, you again? No, he'll give you wisdom to get out of that situation as we trust in him. So the beauty of going through a trial is gaining wisdom. And that helps us, beloved, to increase our joy. Because as we go through life and we gain wisdom, those trials are going to come up again. And the wisdom we gained in the past will help us get through the new trial in the present. And that'll help us for the future because we'll gain even more wisdom. And the beauty of that is we'll be able to dispense that to the others around us. So, beloved, when's the best time to develop joy? Not when we think, but usually in the midst of trials. So, beloved, go with God because he goes with you.